Hello, Internet. I gave a real quick 3, 2, 1 before we came
That was very fast. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1, go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Crit Hit Chronicles, and welcome to Shadows over Baldur's Gate, our spiritual sequel to Baldur's Gate 3. I realize I didn't change my lighting. We're not worried about it right now. It's 2 buttons. I will fix it later. But hi. For those who are joining us, welcome. Yes, as it has been pointed out in the chat, Gideon is not a member of the party right now. It is, in fact, Leopold. I'm working on a new intro. Don't judge me. Anyway, so be on the lookout because we're going to have a new overlay, a new intro, a new everything coming up soon. I'm very excited about it. I've been really working hard on it, so just be patient as I get all that stuff done. Another quick announcement. If you are a fan of 5e and are by chance a fan of Kobold Press, Kobold Con is going on this weekend. Yay! And tomorrow night, there is going to be a special Crit Hit Chronicles one-shot that is going to be broadcast live over at twitch.tv/Kobold Press. So if you would like to see some all Kobold shenanigans, definitely tune in because it was definitely the most serious session of TTRPG anything that I've ever run. And it was very emotional. We cried a lot afterwards. But yes, go and support Kobold Press. We love them. But as you can see, we're missing our Laura. Laura is dealing with the wonderful internet and how much we love it so much. So hopefully she'll be able to crash our session as we go on. But before we dive in, we have a wonderful cast that we want to reintroduce to everybody. Take it away, my beautiful cast.
Hi, I'm Lauren Urban. You can find all the stuff I'm doing at lauren-urban.com. But tonight, I'm playing Udazash, Dragonborn Ranger, who is going to need to be convinced not to rush into danger.
Great. Hi, everybody. My name is Omega Jones, also known as Critbard. Critbard across all social media channels. My pronouns are he and they. I play Leopold. Leopold with the last Guthmore. I got there. Who is a sorcerer. We have learned has some tentacles hanging out in places. But you know what? He's still here and he's not trying to eat the party. And he is doing something because, you know, life, and I wasn't here, and we're gonna figure out exactly what was going on with Leopold. Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that.
Well, I guess that just leaves little old me. Hello, everyone. My name is PJ McGaw. You can find me all over the internet at PJ McGaw, wherever internet is sold, which is not in Santa Clarita. So I will probably be vanishing. Anyway, my pronouns are he and him, and I'll be playing Marcus Hellhammer, the tiefling tattooist, deal maker, not extraordinaire. And I have a passion for bashing, and I got bunches of punches. So I'm hoping I can, you know, fight. Anyway, that is me, and I just want to
woo me.
I ooh-wooed for some ow right on the noggins. There you go. Hi, I'm PJ. I play Marcus Hellhammer. He, him for both, and I'm happy to be back with my friends. Let's go.
Oh wow, that one hurt. Actually, I don't necessarily want to do a recap because as we were discussing with our beloved Omega earlier, some of us want to experience some of the events of what happened as their character. So we return to the bakery in Elturel, and business is booming as per usual. Leopold, where would you be on a typical morning in the bakery? Is there a particular position or job that you would fill in for?
I believe we kind of set this up earlier too. He's typically the one who gets all of the morning baked goods out of the oven and freshly put out for display. He also does anything in the evening that he needs to like put up and all that stuff too. So he's kind of the opener and closer in the sense of getting stuff actually out. But yes, he is definitely getting out the freshly made snickerdoodle muffins today. All and with like the cinnamon crunch coating that is typically on like a cinnamon crunch bagel from your local Panera or St. Louis Bread Co. if you're from St. Louis, which I am. And yeah, definitely getting those out. Also, I think probably no, that's it. I think he's starting. I think he's currently focused on that. Wherever the hell the friends are at, they're doing them. But
Okay.
yeah.
There is a moment where, and I'll give this to you because you've been living in Elturel for some time now. There is an unspoken rule in the city, specifically amongst these organizations that have stepped in to try to thrive after being brought back to the material plane. When the Brightshield Order has a patrol coming through the streets, everybody quiets down, stays out of sight, tries to allow them to pass without issue. So there is one of those moments. You can hear somebody on the outside of the bakery saying, "Brightshield, Brightshield," and everybody quiets down. The doors are closed. The curtains are drawn a little bit. A small patrol makes their way along the street. They're gleaming silver and golden armor. Go ahead.
I think to kind of yes and with all of this, I think typically when the bright shields come through, Mishka goes on the roof because she's the rogue.
Okay.
To just do any reconnaissance, and Leopold, Mishka, and Kellen have a mental link. So as he's working, they're also still doing work for Granny. Seeing what might be happening, where the patrols might be going, if anything of note for us in our work for the rest of the day. Just keeping some reconnaissance, if you will.
Okay.
But yeah, she's gonna do her thing.
Okay. Just make a couple rolls for reasons. It'll be fine. Yeah, there's no problems or anything. Okay. 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 The patrol passes through. There is a moment where they sort of stop at an intersection for a moment and they talk amongst themselves before they eventually turn a corner and move deeper into the city. I'll say a few minutes later, Mishka comes down and immediately sets to work, you're pulling a tray of rolls or something out, and she's, oh wait, hold on, I got it. And she takes hot pads, and as she's taking them from you, I think I got spotted.
Okay. You should be fine.
Okay.
Bright Shields are going to do Bright Shield stuff, but they're not going to intentionally impede on Granny. That would be silly of them.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
Also,
It's
they
fine.
don't control Elturel.
It's true. They like to think that they do, but they don't.
Yeah. But no, don't worry about it. And you're the sneakiest of all of us. And to be fair, if someone attempts to kill you, I'll just I don't know, make their brain implode and then reconstitute it and make it implode again. If I could do that. I don't know if I could do that. That's just me talking out loud.
That sounds horrifying. We should find out if you could do that.
I know, but I feel like that's a thing they call inhumane, so we shouldn't do that.
But if they start it, I'm just saying.
If they start it, then we're good. We have learned it's a dog-eat-dog world. But we don't have to be carnivore. No, we don't have to be aggressive unless they aggress us first. Is that a word, aggress?
You know what? It's fine in this moment. We can pretend that it is. And as she takes the pan, she in her under her breath, you hear her go, "Be aggressive, be aggressive." And starts filling one of the displays.
Yeah, absolutely.
After a while, Granny ends up calling you, Kellen, and Mishka into her office in the back.
Okay.
And it's in the middle of the breakfast rush, which I don't even need you to make a roll. That's a little irregular.
Yeah. I think at the very least, because Kellen's probably even though I'm the charismatic one, Kellen's he can handle the cash register, for lack of a better word.
Yeah. Would you like to add this bruschetta for 2 silver? Where are you going?
He's the one with intelligence. He's able to count money faster than all of us.
Yeah.
I think Leo would just say, everyone, yes. Just don't take anything. We'll be back. Yeah, we'll head to where Granny needs us.
Okay. She brings you to her office, which is, again, it's got like a cozy core vibe. Like everything's nice and plush and it smells beautiful in here. But she sort of sits and she's got a worried look on her face. I have a bad feeling.
About what?
Serenity didn't come in this morning, and she's always here. It's a ritual for her. I'm worried with the disappearances lately.
Is Serenity a dragon-touched character?
Correct. She is Dragonborn.
Dragonborn, okay.
She is a silver Dragonborn.
Silver Dragonborn, okay.
We've advised her to be careful, stick to the back alleys and whatnot, but well, you know Serenity. She's a creature of habit, you know. It's always at open when she's here, and I don't want to assume, but
I could try to reach out to her.
Could you? Is that from here, or do you have to?
No, I can do it from here.
Still understanding how the scope of everything works.
I think it's a little hard to do, but it's pretty expansive. I think if I could push my mind out far enough, it can. Pretty much, as long as I know who they are, and I can contact them. I think, unless they have things upon them that make that communication harder. But I don't think that's going to be a problem for her if she can respond.
Okay.
One moment. He's going to lean his hands on one of the tables, and get his breath regulated. And as he does, let me just make sure I've not played this character for a little second. 1 second. Where you at? There you go. I can. I hate. Yeah. I'm going to use 3 sorcery points. And as I do, you will see. Firstly, you'll see his eyes, heterochromia that he has. They both begin to glow. But then you will also see, because he does have his disguise back up, but you will see something happen. If I can go look for it, something's going to happen. Something totally happens. It's happening right now as we talk.
Super happening. Welcome to Shadows Over Baldur's Gate, where stuff happens.
There we go. It was just far up. You'll see that his skin begins to glisten a little bit, almost become viscous, through the illusory that is his current form, as he casts Sending.
Okay. All right.
And I will just say, Serenity, if you can hear me, please respond. Granny is worried. Are you in danger? Do you want a scone too? Respond. Thank you.
I want to look something up real quick, if only because I need to verify if it has to be verbal. In its mind.
Yeah, it answers in a like manner immediately.
Okay.
And it hears it in the mind.
Cool. You hear, don't know where I am. Brightshield attacked my home. I think I'm going to the upper district. Let's see, I've got, 7 left?
Yeah, 25 words.
Please help. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay. He will. You see his eyes blinking fast, almost like when data's being superimposed. And he looks at Granny. I think she's in danger. She mentioned the bright shields.
Oh.
What are they doing? Why are they being aggressive?
I don't know. Something's different here. No serenity.
She's not. She answered, which means she's alive. She didn't have any faltering, which means she probably wasn't hurt. But she mentioned the upper district. Her home was attacked. I can go.
Not alone. That is dangerous.
It's fine.
Oh, you've been up to the upper district, have you? You know the inner workings and the right passages and the right decorum to be up there with the nobility and the Brightshield. You know this?
Well, one, if I say yes, what would you do? Two, I can have Mishka and Kellen come with me, of course. But three, I technically am nobility, so I can blend in.
Make a persuasion check.
That is fair. Did I have anything to add? No, not right now. Yeah, okay. Persuasion. Persuasion. 18.
With an 18, she's...
Someone has to go get her. And also, we have to make sure that these bright shields aren't being bullies. We don't like bullies. And clearly they're being a bully. Also, the shields they're bright, but they don't shine, they reflect. They're not really bright. They just are things that can shift the rays of the sun. Yeah, I don't know. They're not bright.
Mishka's like, nailed it.
I did. Thank you. Did not.
Granny. All right. But at the first sign of trouble, you come back here and you report in, the three of you. All right.
I was supposed to meet the others that I met. Did they come through?
I believe they did. I think they met up with some half-elf gentleman. He stopped in for a moment, and then I think they had to depart rather quickly. I think they were heading to the warehouse district in the northeast part of the city.
Oh, they were looking for someone they called Hallister. No.
Hallister.
Howson. We got there.
Howson?
I remember they said they were looking for him for some reason. I don't remember why. I'm sorry.
Huh. Well, I hope
Do you
they
know
find
this Howson?
It's a long story, and there's this teeny little twinkle in her eye.
Granny? Who is this Howson?
Take this cloak with you, darling. It will help you look a little bit more dignified. And she finds... she grabs a cloak. It's got like a nice, like a nicer, like emerald green with like a gold filigree sort of design. And she just sort of like wraps it around you. And we're gonna just button it up. Can you tilt your head back? I gotta get the thing.
I could get it if you.
No, it's fine. I could do it. Just these damn buttons. Yeah. There we go. Okay. You look positively delightful.
I clash.
A little. But I figure one of you's got one of those, magic illusion things. You just change the color of the clothes and you'll be fine.
It'll be fine. I like it. Thank you.
All right. Well, please be careful.
Looks at Kellen and Misha. We should be extra sneaky. Let's not let these bright shields. Let's not give them a reason to
Yeah. Kellen's flipping through his spellbook. What are we doing?
Technically, you need to roll 2d20.
18 and 10.
Great. Those are his portent die.
Oh, shit. I will keep those aside. Thank you. All right.
He is a divination wizard, and she is an arcane trickster.
I definitely have them built. Why would you imply otherwise? That was so crazy.
You gotta bet him out. I'm just saying.
It's fine. It's cool. All right. So, where do you go? What do you do?
Stick to the shadows, and try to start making it to the upper city.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check, please.
Okay. Love that. Love pink. Can I add anything to make this better for any of us? Just checking. No. You know what? I will have. I will. What the hell do I have? I will. What the fuck do I have? Oh my god! It's been like so long. I'm just gonna like whisper to myself, and like splay my hands down, and as I do, I'm going to cast enhance ability on myself.
Sweet.
And I'm going to take one of them things, dexterity, clearly, because it's different for 2024. I forgot they don't do like the owls, cats, grace, and all that stuff. Yeah, dex, advantage on ability checks using that ability.
Cool.
So I will do a stealth. That's an 18 on a die. That's a 10. So that is a 25 for me.
Okay. 25 for you. 28 for Mishka.
Yeah.
And a 5 for Kellen. You guys are moving through the city, and there are a couple different ways to get to the upper level. Now, Elturel is a city that was built, and just for those official D&D lore people, don't at me. This is my own lore. Was built around a mountain. So this mountain had since been cleaved through and has this long, flat surface on the top, making the upper district of the city. Prior to its fall into Avernus, this was where nobility would stay. This is where the temples would reside. This is where the upper crust would live and thrive. Now, not so much, as it seems to have majority been taken over by the Brightshield Order. And in your experience with them, they, and this has been stated previously, they fancy themselves the new city guard and also governmental body of the city, despite everybody's resistance against that very idea. So, you make your way to one of the lifts that would lead up to that upper level. There are several people sort of milling about the street. Right in front of it, you see two bright shield sort of positioned and posted up. Silver and golden armor that still looks rusted and in certain parts. It looks a little weathered, a little beaten, but they stand at attention, sort of idly kind of glancing at the passersby. We'll say you guys are in an alleyway across the street. And with your stealth, despite Kellen's best efforts, you are remaining hidden. You don't seem to have been spotted yet.
And people are just roaming through, but like it looks like people who are of the upper district are able to go back and forth.
Yes.
Seems like.
Yes.
Okay. And the two are standing guard.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's like a wider lift. Like it's meant to allow for carts to be brought on. It's meant to allow for multiple people. So it's not like a teeny tiny little elevator. It's a wide platform that can be lifted up and down.
Okay. So we have to get onto the lift, and that should be easy, but also I feel like I don't know why my worry is doing the thing. I feel confident in myself. Kellen, you're the one I'm worried about, but you do have magic.
Oh yeah, kind of right here. That's my book.
Yeah. Do you have like ways to become invisible or like turn into something or?
Well, yeah.
I don't know what your book has. I don't look at it.
Oh, well, maybe you should. Actually, don't do that. Actually, maybe definitely don't do that. And like he blushes and closes a part of it. Like it's fine. Mm-hmm. Yes, I can cast invisibility. I have that ability.
Okay. If you can you do it on two people or just one?
Just the one.
Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. Then on yourself, Mishka, you can probably sneak and get through.
Mishka is actually describe Mishka for me again, because my brain was like, hey, that's something I should have known.
She is a yellow-skinned tiefling with horns that go up and around, wearing blacks and grays. Kind of looks like a typical roguish type. Lots of straps and things that kind of make up their kit. They do have a heel because bad bitches wear heels. And kind of mischievous. She has bright yellow or orange eyes. I believe I said for her. And yeah, kind of a little shit.
Okay. She is like, wait, I've always wanted to try this. And she undoes some of her armor pieces on her upper half and like tucks them away in her bag. And she slips on like a nicer blouse and like blouses it out a little bit. She undoes her hair and like kind of puts her fingers through it and pushes it all to one side. And
what is happening?
What? I've always wanted to try to bluff my way past people. I'm always sneaking. I'm pretty charismatic. I can do that, right? How's this look?
On the sensor? It looks fine.
Okay. You could have said it looks nice. It fits you well. It accentuates.
He like hits Kellen.
It's you look. It's radiant.
Yes, like a bright shield.
I'm going to elect to not take offense to that, and instead say, "Bring me as your noble escort" or something.
Oh, yes. Okay, great.
Yeah.
That works.
Cool.
Kellen.
He's already disappeared.
Yep.
The moment he said radiant, he's like, "I'm not sticking around to see this shit."
Absolutely. And he will begin. He like gets himself together, tries to remember his nobility ways.
Mhm.
And he looks at Mishka, puts an arm out.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, darling. Too
No,
much?
walks. Just gonna walk on through.
Just curious. Oh, okay. Sure, roll was pretty high to like assume a character.
Mm-hmm.
You both approach the two guards who, like, as you're stepping towards the middle of the elevator, the two sort of slowly step to cross your path. One of them, a Goliath, sort of holds up a armored fist. Halt! What is your business?
I'm visiting family.
Which
So
family are you
we've
visiting?
come a long way from Baldur's Gate. It's been quite some time. Sorry, distant relatives. I am of the Guthmores.
Oh. Do you know the Guthmore? The other one's like, I don't fucking know.
I mean, there's a bunch of nobility. It's hard to get all the names right, even if it is your job to get all the names right.
Yes, I keep saying that all the different names and the families, they're all so wonderful.
Just like squeezes his arm. Shut up.
Make a deception check with advantage. For the
My
help.
God. Okay. Absolutely. I'm scared about that dice. I think it's gonna F me. Okay, 11 or 15.
13.
15.
15. Okay.
Yes. Told you I'm not that deceptive.
The two guards again kind of look at each other. Would you allow us just one moment? And they turn their backs, and you can hear, you can hear. Do you know the Guthmore? I think I did hear Guthmore once at Baldur's Gate.
As they turn, who seems like the one who's doing the looking or being the more inquisitive about it?
The Goliath, the one who's been like the main speaker.
As they turn, my eyes just like quickly flash. As I subtly cast friends.
Ooh, okay.
Actually, I don't need to subtly do anything because it's not verbal; it's somatic.
Mm-hmm.
And they are turned away. I'm just gonna kind of like shift my hand, like kind of just turned it in my hand and grip. And then go. This is a somatic. And they need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I don't think an 11's gonna do it.
Nor Clear. They are charmed for the duration, which is a minute.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna say, so sorry. It is brunch time, and I would love to drink the bellinis they have prepared for us. It's been quite a long trip. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, please, right this way. And he gives a little bow as he separates, and the other guard's like, "The fuck's a Bellini?" And then like moves out of the way to allow you on.
I'm so sorry that those you don't know the names of have never given you a drink. Bye. And we'll just drag. But I will give your superiors a good word for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Working on trying to get that promotion.
Oh, you'll get it all right.
Yes, I'm sure you will.
Get on the lift and begin to head up
as the lift starts rising. You
And I
just
say,
hear
we need to get up and go fast because in a minute they're not gonna like me.
Yeah. As it's like a third of the way up, you just hear sourcelessly, Mishka, I think you're like not allowed to talk, like ever. Mishka's like, shut up. I know.
Oh, they have the telepathic bond is up, so absolutely.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
The lift continues
Mhm.
before it eventually reaches the top. And you have this beautiful view of Elturel, where above these buildings, everything seems peaceful.
Mm.
If people only knew. But as you step off of the lift, you can see some buildings that look like they were once noble manors, that in the time that Elturel was below seem to have been repurposed in some way, shape, or form by those below. So you're seeing more and more of that architecture that is either decrepit and destroyed or corrupted, and some of the stone looks to like have taken a mind of its own. So you just see these pillars that sort of extend out almost like a Tim Burton tree. But there are some nobles sort of milling about through the streets. It is no noble quarter of Baldur's Gate. It is still very rough and tumble, but at least it's presented with a little bit more panache. You are on the noble floor of Elturel. What would you like to do?
Firstly, sorry, give me just a second.
You good?
Check chat.
Doing that.
But I think just for a moment, he just kind of like once he gets to the top, kind of gets like turns back and really scans Elturel and just takes it in. And for a moment, there's a level of freedom's the wrong word, but just like thinking the life and trauma and everything that kind of came upon him doesn't have to be his only story. And just taking in the expanse. But I think as he's taking it in, he's going to look in the direction of where the northeast section where the warehouse is. Just think about the group and hope that they're okay. Because he made friends and he doesn't want to not have friends. And whatever they're doing, he just wants to make sure. But then he'll look back to the group and go, well, we should probably figure out where Serenity actually lives. Let's start there.
All right. As you begin to move through these new surroundings, we're going to cut back to the other group. You sit with sad Daddy Halson, Depression Beard Halson, I believe you called him. You sit with him and Gable. You feel pretty secure in this warehouse. After your brief encounter with the Ember Blades, everything seems relatively calm for the moment. What is the game plan?
Okay, so we got to get into a place that you can't get into. What do you know about the place that you can't get into?
It has 3 towers surrounding it. This building, it's at the very edge of the upper level. It almost looks like barracks, but there are 3 towers that have some sort of strange machinations atop them. Every time I approach with the intent of inspecting this building closer, something within that perimeter disables my magic and drops me from my wild-shaped form into the form you see before you now. It has been only twice that has happened. I fear approaching for a 3rd time.
Okay.
At least while those security measures are in place.
So, tower bad for magic. Can we destroy towers? Marcus, can you punch down a tower?
I mean, shit, I ain't never tried. Don't mean I can't do it.
That would be fun to try.
It would be fun to try, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Can you punch down a tower without your the rune magic thingy?
I mean, that would help that, but without being able to rely on it, I don't know.
Okay. Is
But I
it
do know this, though. I don't need it to beat up everybody in a tower. I just need you. And if we go to each tower and take them out one by one, well, then, Halson, you got the pick of the litter, my friend.
I should hope so. My exploits in fisticuffs have not been the best. I prefer to remain in owlbear form whenever a physical confrontation is called.
Hey, power's power, baby. Doesn't matter what form of coming. We'll make it so you can break on in. After that, we reconvene somewhere. We make them pay. We get what's ours.
Winifred will chime in, and internet, and more specifically future Laura, when you see this, don't judge me too harshly. I'm going to attempt Winifred's accent.
Oh dear.
Sort of meaning. Oh Jesus! I'm already gonna butcher it. It's gonna be awful. So are
Just
we
go
meaning...
full Lucky Charms. Just, you know.
So are we meaning to go?
Sorry, I keep stepping on your toes, Cujo. I'm so sorry.
It's perfectly fine. Do we mean to be stealthy, then? I
You
feel
seem
like
like
if
a
we disable one tower, it might set off the others. I don't know what that R or S was at the end of others. We're just going to move along. It's fine.
Sorry.
It depends. Depends on if they like have ways of communicating with each other. And it depends on how sneaky we can be and how we have to destroy. You said
Machinations.
So like a machine?
I have encountered but one warforged in my time. I believe that is similar. A construct of metal and unnatural make.
Well, now, I know this about that. I know that in Baldur's Gate we got us the Steel Watch, or had the Steel Watch. I think they're gone now. But they ain't living things. But Warforged, they metal and they magic, but they living things though, So I think there's a big difference here. And I only say that because I want to make sure I know I'm going up against a Steel Watch, which is not a person, or a Warforged, who is. Now that being said, I think what we have here is a lack of information, us. I think we need to get closer. We can reconvene on the reconnaissance and replan. The big 3 Re's. Replan, reconvene, reconnaissance. And just like the wise man said, the fourth part of the plan is you throw it out and you make a new goddamn plan. So we got to do what we got to do, us. So let's get in close. Let's learn and adapt. And what y'all say about that, you?
I'm very good at redoing things.
Well, hot diggity damn, we got ourselves a plan, y'all. So what are we going to do about that?
Yes,
Well?
that would be the question.
Well, Halson, you should not go because then you don't want to go until you can go being a big bear. And you shouldn't go until you could be a big bear, and you can't be a big bear until we know how to get rid of tower thing. So we should probably go and try to be sneaky and go look in tower and see what's going on in the tower.
I do have one thought on that, Udi. You got a good plan. I want to piggyback on that. Halson, do you have a way that we can contact you from a distance, us?
Does Halson need to be a pig?
A pig? Oh, I see what you put. No, I see what you did there. Piggyback. Like I'm adding to what you're saying.
Oh, okay. No,
I'm adding to what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah,
All
no.
right,
I mean, if he wants to
I
be a piggy on my back, I'll carry him.
I have lived several years as a pig once. It was a wonderful pilgrimage of my grove.
I'm sorry.
Hmm?
Did you just say a pilgrimage? Did I hear that correctly?
I'm white knuckling it. I'm
Yes.
gripping my table, PJ.
Sorry. That was all for me. I'm being greedy tonight. My apologies.
I hate you.
I mean, that's what you should call it because that is amazing. Also, I'm sorry. Okay, so wait, you are adding on to what I was saying. So we are going to go sneaky, but then what are we doing that's not pigging?
Right. So this is what I was going to add to what you said. We're going sneaky like. If we can talk to Dumb Halson here from a distance, like oh god, we used to have these back in the day, ascendant stones, any kind of spells we could communicate long distance to.
Will they work if we are close to a thing that will make the magic not work?
Well, we can figure out what that range is like. Oh, he's making something with his magic, Sam. Hold on.
He's as you continue talking back and forth, he just focuses on the ground, and sprouting in between the floorboards are 2 vines that slowly come and sort of twirl around each other. And 2 flowers bloom. One red, one blue. I don't know how long this will last, but he... Thank you. Thanks the flowers before he picks them and presents one to Marcus. And he puts... Which one did you take?
Red. That's my
Figured.
color.
He tucks the blue one into his vest. And he speaks, and when he does, you can hear it almost like an echo in your mind as well. This should cover over great distances while in the city. It will only last for a certain amount of time. Once the sun sets, I believe the magic will fade.
Okay, good. This gives us 2 things. One, we can figure out the range that I'm just going to call it an anti-magic tower for the sake of ease. So if we start losing contact with one another, we know where that edge is of where this magic ends. Number 1. Number 2, when we get that point, we can make the move and give a signal. Once we get inside, and Udi, once we break down one of those towers and stop that magic, Halson, do you think you can follow us into at least that one tower that you...
I believe I could make do.
So there's one thing I know about structures. They don't like being toppled. The minute we break down one, the other 2 gonna respond. They're gonna try to kick us out. If there was ever a time for you to get feral, my man, that's it. You hold that tower. You let no one in.
I'm a fan of this plan.
Me too.
Quite wise.
One last question, Halson. Do you happen to remember, so you said 3 towers, approximately how far from one tower to second tower? You don't have to be exact.
Triangle formation. What am I doing? And he waves his hand, and there is a illusion that is conjured, and you can see a very loose diagram that shows central structure. This is most likely where everybody's being kept.
Mm-hmm.
Tower, tower, tower in a triangle formation.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was about a couple 100 feet between each tower. It would be a bit of a challenge to make it from one tower to the next.
Oh, it won't be. I don't need to make it to either tower. I just need to make it to one. And she pulls out her bow.
And you just see Marcus smile like, Uri, I love the way your brain works. You, yes.
You hear, oh, good Lord, come from Winnie.
Marcus is better up close. I am better from a distance.
That's what's perfect. See, I got gaps, you got gaps. Together, we ain't got no gaps, us. All right. So we have a plan then, and reassess as necessary?
I would say so. Are you meaning to begin this assault this evening, or is tonight about learning first?
Here's a problem with learning it. Well, Uri, please, what are you going to say?
You watch as she puts her bow back on her back and then reaches into her bag and scrounges around for a little bit and then pulls out something you've never seen her pull out before, which is a quiver of arrows, because she always, the bow just creates arrows. And she does a quick count and she goes, so there is one problem. If magic makes magic items not do magic things, I have limited quantity of arrows. So maybe, and then you watch as she very intentionally looks at Winifred and then kind of preens like she's like a small child who's going to do something she's proud of in front of her mom. Maybe we just do reconnaissance so we can be very prepared.
Okay. Well, we got to make sure if we
Alright.
do reconnaissance, they don't see us. Because if they see us and they get wise, they may change.
Well, then we need to
patrols.
shoot everybody, absolutely. And then we just go right on in because we've lost element of surprise. And then at that point, we just kill everybody.
And like the man said, you make the plan, you throw out the plan, you make a new plan. So we got to do what we got to do. Us.
We redo the re. Yes, exactly.
The 3 reads, baby.
Shale is like, oh, for fucking.
But nobody will see us. We will be invisible.
I might have to I'm gonna have to take a big risk on this. My wonderful armor is a little loud, so I think it might be best if I take that armor off, which will expose me greatly, but it will not ruin the element of surprise.
It will help if you wear clothes underneath your armor. You won't be as nearly as exposed as you might worry.
I mean, like I wear clothes under my armor. It's not a
Oh,
lot of clothes. Just a
sorry.
shirt and a vest.
Ignore me. My
Oh, no.
customs are different than yours.
I mean, unless you were talking about just not wearing a top, which, I mean, you could if you want, but it might get a little
Oh
cold.
no, I'm still gonna. He like kind of flaps his vest. He's like, I ain't leaving this. No, this is my battle vest. I wear this to war. No, I'm wearing clothes. I'm just not wearing the clanky ass armor.
The one time Marcus gets a little flustered is the idea of him not wearing clothes.
Or at least a top.
Yeah.
She's just like running in a combat shirtless, going like, I do this every day. No.
Udazash looks down at the quiver of 20 arrows and looks back up at Halson. War. If we are going to war, I'm probably going to need more than 20 arrows, right?
I would say so.
Okay, then definitely we are doing recon. So yes, absolutely, because I want to be very prepared for war. I've only been to war 4 times. 4 times.
I don't envy that.
I stumbled into one. It was an accident. It was not really. It was very weird. So, okay. Sneaky?
Sneaky.
Winifred, do you want to also sneak with us, or are you going to broom sneak? Because if you broom sneak, I can't help you broom sneak.
Also, we don't know how tall that magic zone is. If you go too high and you get caught in it, you might fall.
Oh,
Have a tumble, you.
That's good. Yeah, no,
I
I can't. That's,
think I'll-
yeah.
Observe from a distance. And
Okay.
be careful.
And Shale, are you going to come, or are you going to stay and be also long distance sneak?
I feel like I should remain here, just to be on the safe side. If this is truly where they're bringing those with dragon heritage, I feel it best that I should probably stay behind, just to stay on the safe side.
Oh yes, split us all up. Make sure not all of the awesome dragon people are all at the same place. Good idea.
Yes, that. Mm-hmm.
Gable, how about you? I'm trying to get through all of the people that the DM is playing right now before we have to go.
Gable says, "Oh well, I suppose I could. You know what? I feel like you could use talents such as mine to gather information. So sure, yes, I will accompany you just for information gathering. The moment things go south, as much as I think you all are wonderful, I'm going to get the fuck out.
That's
There
the
are a
most
lot
fun
of
part.
There are many
in that conclave. And I have a sort of sense of pride in my anonymity, and I wouldn't want to jeopardize that by being involved in a melee with so many.
Okay.
Plus, I just want to put this out there, Uri. If we're going to a place with 3 anti-magic towers, us, and we have 3, 4 magic people with us, they are going to be extremely exposed until we take down minimum 1 tower, meaning they may not even get the chance to get a good fighting down until you and I are already successful.
That's true.
We
And
mo-
if
we
we're
may
just
wanna-
doing recons of things, then we should just, they should, okay. That's, no,
Absolutely.
that's okay.
But when we fight, though, I say we make them like the second wave of reinforcements, because like you and I, our back's going to be killing us from carrying this whole operation. They gotta come in and pick up the slack down.
They got to do second wave because, army.
Exactly. You always save the big guns for last.
Yeah. I haven't used a gun ever. They always seem very weird to me, but
In hell, we got the weirdest guns. They all talk and they all got personalities and faces on the barrels. Them, I don't like hell guns. They are not okay. Not a fan.
That seems even worse. Guns already seem weird, and then talking. No, that's the worst. Okay, we should go.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Lazuli, stay with Halson, and I'll be right back because you are nothing but magic, and this will be bad for you if you go.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, it's not your fault. You are magic. That is cool. This is not magic, so you should stay.
I'm the coolest kind of magic. And Lazuli flies around Halson's head before plopping down on his shoulder.
Yeah, and so it's Marcus and me and Gable, and so how far do we need to go before we're going to be close to the towers?
I would say, so you would have to find your way up to that next level. You did spy a couple of elevators that do lead up, but they are guarded by Brightshield.
Okay.
It will take you about an hour or so to get to one of those, and then to go up. And we have our Winnie!
Hello, Winnie!
That's an
Timing
Xfinity.
is amazing.
Yeah.
Do we want to do a quick break?
Yes,
Actually,
we're
yeah,
gonna
this sounds
we're
like
gonna
a
take our
perfect
break
timing. Yeah.
so we can do a TLDR for Laura and apprise them of the situation and the chaos that they've totally gotten into. No, they're fine. They're totally fine.
Yeah, you're gonna love and hate what we have planned. Let's go.
Listen. You should be proud of what we just
Mhm.
avoided not doing.
Anyway, chat, thank you so much for tuning in. Stick around. We're going to take about a 10, 15-ish minute break so we can apprise our wonderful Winifred of everything that's happened so far this session. But in the meantime, do some stretches. Stretch your neck out today. I think it's Friday. We want to stretch out the neck and try to relieve some of that stress. And we'll see you guys in about 15 minutes or so. Mwah. Bye. Well, that made it in. Great. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. And thank you for your patience. We wanted to take a little bit of an extended break because life is life. So, yeah.
Life do be lifing.
Life be lifing. So, we will cut to Udazash, Winifred, Marcus, and Gable. What is your plan? You guys know of an elevator that does lead up to that second level. You know that it is guarded by Brightshield. What's the plan? We'll say that, an hour has passed. You guys have approached one of said elevators, if you would like. I'm basically kind of leaving it up to you so we can, somewhat fast travel at that point.
Yeah.
So you said the elevator is like this. It's very, very, very large, so that carts and large amounts of people can go in. 2 bright shields.
Yes.
Is it on the edge of cliff? Is it in the middle of courtyard? What's behind it?
So it is right up against essentially the wall of where this large sort of platform is. So right behind it is just that wall, right? Around you, there are other buildings, there are other inns and blacksmith. This is more of like a mercantile part of the city that you guys are approaching it from. But it is attached to the base of where that wall goes up to that second part of the city. Does that make sense?
And when the elevator goes up,
Mhm.
does it go through like a hole through the second part of the, like, is there a hole that goes through the second floor essentially, or is the second floor?
It essentially goes up along the outer wall of where this platform is. So it doesn't actually go up through the ground. It goes up the side.
Okay. So conceivably, if someone were to say, climb up the wall,
Mhm.
they could bypass the elevator altogether.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be a bit of a challenge. It is quite high up. But yes, you could absolutely climb up the wall if you would like.
Okay. Yeah, because I think as we stand there looking at this elevator, Udazash is very intentionally looking everywhere else with the elevator, because she's like, sit our guards. Where else? How else can we? Okay.
Cujo, you said that it's a large enough elevator that like carts supplies.
Mhm.
Is there anyone approaching?
Make a perception check. Dice.
21.
With a 21, you know what? Yes, there is somebody approaching with a cart. I am going to roll a d4 because we are all storytellers in our own right, and plus I think this would be kind of fun. Laura, tell me what this individual looks like and what it is that they're selling.
Okay.
Because my DM brain's like...
I'm picturing a dwarf.
Okay.
Real good beard with those like nice like thick braids that are capped in silver.
Mm-hmm.
Real nice like mercantile getup, so like the good quality tunic and slacks and like some really nice leather boots. Cart of I've completely forgotten any and all potential capitalism things
Yep.
in this fantasy game.
That is exactly where my brain was like, rocks. That doesn't work.
Rocks. I'm gonna call it like basic supplies for the compound.
Okay.
So I don't know, we'll call it like a couple of barrels of like maybe some fruit, and then like general store type shit.
Okay. All right. I got it then. You see this cart pull up, and this dwarf that is dressed very well, as those two guards sort of position themselves in front. They're far enough away that, like, if they were to have like a normal person-to-person conversation, you might have to struggle a little bit to hear them. But not this dwarf. No, this dwarf is... I have traveled all the way from Neverwinter to bring you the finest supplies that your conclave could ask for. We at the Emberhold family bring you the finest of fabrics for your bed, and fruit from the far corners of Faerun. And the guards are like, fucking dude, you
Homie.
do this every time. We know you're not from Neverwinter. Like, it's fine. We know you live down the street. But there is a moment where the guards seem to be distracted.
Yeah. If there is a tarp on that cart,
Okay.
I'm gonna elbow the two and
Okay.
cart.
I will need some stealth checks from, is it just the two of them? Is it just Marcus and Udi that are going to go into the cart? Or to the tarp, I should say? Or is it everybody?
I figure we probably all need to go for it.
It's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
I'll do two quick things. if I get the sense from Winifred that we are okay, we're going for it. When she elbows me, I'll and that'll be my verbal for pass without trace.
Oh my god.
What? And so everybody's gonna get plus 10 to their stealth, and I'll concentrate on that for the next hour.
Awesome.
Because at this point, we're probably gonna be stealth. And then I think, is the cart being pulled by beasts of burden of any sort?
Yes, there is an ox that is driving it.
Oh.
Okay, so no, I'm not going there, but I appreciate the So it's far enough off the ground that she could conceivably scooch under it, the cart, and like hang
Yes.
to the bottom.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes.
She's gonna look at like her 3 companions and getting under the cart and getting under the tarp and do quick ranger math, and she's gonna scuttle under the cart and
Okay.
lizard under it.
Amazing.
Yeah,
So good.
Like a gecko.
exactly. I've
That's
been in Florida.
amazing.
I lived there for 2 years, and that's every time I got into my car, like 5 of them would detach from the bottom of my car.
Oh God, I don't know why that gave me the shivers.
I've heard crazy stories about that. I think it was Aaron from Game Grumps used to live in Florida. He's like, yeah, they had
Yeah.
these like lizards that would just do that all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, they would
And then
jump
there would
out
be
at his
these-
bike.
And then there would be these
Yes.
storks that were taller than me that would then hang out by my car, waiting for that to. Like, it was a whole ecosystem. It was wild.
Sorry, we just,
Florida.
had, we just had dead squirrel summer in Virginia. It was not pleasant.
Oh no.
Not good.
Dead squirrel summer. It sounds like
That's
a bad
worse.
event.
Yeah, you've
That's
heard of
worse.
Brat summer? It's dead squirrel summer. It was awful. Anyway, yeah, who's going next?
Well, you tell me. What is everybody's stealth checks?
Thank
28.
God for
Sorry.
no. Flex girls, what you kicking ass?
No,
Let's
I
do
mean
it.
I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm not offended. But I thank God for your pass without trace because I got a 26.
Damn.
No armor, high roll, plus 10. Let's go.
Hell yeah. 23.
Gable, because of that plus 10, got a 35.
Yes.
My man.
I love it.
But yeah, I like the idea though that even though he got the top stealth, he goes to do the same move that Udazash does, and when he gets under, he's like, "Damn it!" and then like has to quickly like leap into the cart and pull
I think
tarp
the only
down.
reason Udazash does is because she knows he can't climb because of earlier, right? Yeah.
That's true.
Mm.
Or else she
Alright.
would have let him go first because he's stealthier.
That's fair. Yeah, you all attach yourselves in various ways to this cart. After another brief conversation, you hear one of the guards go, "Jerry, we get it. Your merchant pitch is getting better, but please just get on the elevator." And he's like, "All right, fine. Just jeez. Did it sound believable? Get on the elevator." And they you feel the elevator, you feel the clanking of the metal chains as it slowly starts to rise, and you hear that click, 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 click. It takes a couple minutes before eventually it sets in place, and you can tell that you're on the second level because it is much windier. There's a breeze that passes through as the cart, as the door says, "Come on, Fluffy." And you just hear as the ox drives the cart forward. I'll say, because timing is everything, Leo, as you, Mishka, and Kellen are sort of standing and trying to formulate a plan, a cart passes by with fresh fruit and a suspicious tarp that seems to have covered the about 40% of the back.
So I should also point out that because I also forgot that I had something at will, which I knew I did because it's the whole basis of this character. Wow, words. Leopold does not look like Leopold right now. He looks like probably still the same skin tone. Probably has a beard. Oh, he just grew a beard. Oh, he just grew a beard. That's it. With his disguised self. He just grew a little beard.
Buddy.
Our baby boy.
Because he knows that in a minute or so, someone might come up that elevator and be looking for him. Because per the friend spell, they know that I charmed them. Or they know that that person charmed them. So, hey, beards change everything, right? So he has a beard on. But looks at this cart. I mean, what? Try not to use meta. It doesn't seem like inconspicuous. It just seems like it's just a lot of stuff in it, or like
it's not so much the car. And I apologize. That was a very shoehorn. Like, hey,
no worries.
You could see the dwarf is strutting a little bit more than he needs to as he is moving through the street. I leave it up to you guys. You guys tell me how it happens. I got no.
I honestly, like, at some point as they're lumbering past, like, I think Winnie and Marcus probably like dove into the back of the cart and like did one of these. And at some point, Leopold, you see like the end of the tarp pop up and a pair of big old like violet and black eyes just peek.
Okay. I think at that there, 'cause I do have a pass for 17, so I think probably he's just kind of like looking back at Kylan in the group, trying to like formulate what they're doing next, and then like look over and see the eyes and you don't see that. That's
What?
That's eyes.
Callan's again flipping through his journal. What are we talking about?
Look, and I think for a moment he doesn't put two and two that it's Winnie's eyes. I think he's just, is that normal? I mean, I'm nobility, but I don't know if we do this.
Do you think they captured another one?
That's all he had to say. Immediately. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's real bad. Oh, that's bad for the tour. So
The world tour.
This tarp, how was it secured? Let me ask you a better question. If an invisible force grabbed the edge of the tarp as the cart is moving, will the tarp come off?
I'm gonna say yes because that's hilarious.
Hearing that there's a potential of another group getting taken, this is that we're going to expose whoever this is to the law and reveal that's people inside, not knowing who could be in there. So literally, that's Winnie, where you're holding, you just feel that maybe your grip like loosens slightly or whatever, but you feel where you can see the tarp suddenly stop where it's at because it's being held by an invisible mage hand. As the cart is still moving. You're muted.
This is so dumb.
I love this.
The shenanigans. If we shenan once, we're going to shenan again.
Shenan again.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think there's a moment of panic where Winnie tries to like pull back. And she has a strength of 8. So there's
can we please do
Okay.
contested strength?
All right. I need rollies. I need Winnie to make a strength check. And given that mage hand, I'm assuming you're casting this with charisma as your quote unquote ability modifier.
It's my I'd use charisma from all my casting. Yes.
Make me a charisma check.
I don't think it matters what it is.
What'd you roll?
Did you roll a 1? What did you do?
Natural 1.
Oh
For
no!
a 0.
I mean, I got 2 1s because it's an 11 on the die.
Got a 0.
Cheers.
That's great.
That's amazing.
Add the book, baby.
Listen. She's got real high charisma, and that's about it.
We need
So
a
I'm
lot of
honestly valid.
strengths. Strength is not one of them.
No.
So, I am going to verbally tell you what I'm writing in the Chronicle. Winnie holds onto the tarp and is dragged off of the cart.
I think there's just like a shite,
Is there
like
any?
a squeak.
I
She
a
just
squeak,
kinda
a squeak followed by it's like bodies and or like Winnie's body and like some of the fruit like tumble out with her.
I'm okay, out of character. Do you want me to like? I'm right there, and I have a strength of 20. Do you want me to do anything, or am I just? Or is this all too fast? I'm just like, oh, that
I feel like it's so like instantaneous.
yeah, it's okay. Yeah, just Marcus is like, oh shit.
Actually, I'll tell you what. You see Winnie about to fall out of the cart. What do you do?
Oh no, that's fine. I was gonna say I don't want something in this
Oh,
next
okay.
moment.
Cool.
I was seeing if the group was like, no, do something. No, because I this is a great moment. I am not gonna interrupt.
I'm not
Marcus is
gonna
definitely
interrupt
in the thing going, oh, Dad's gonna cost us, and just kind of put his face back down.
Realizing one that he sees people that he knows and recognizes, also now accidentally might have ruined the plans that they might have been up to. Just gonna like, we don't know them. We're just gonna turn and just keep walking. Just gonna.
Kellen's like, hey, aren't those the guys
Yes.
from the-" Sorry.
Oops. I'm just gonna do them.
Whoopsie.
Mishka's like, power walk, power walk, power walk. Don't look.
Was
don't
it
look,
me?
don't look."
Was it me? Me?
Okay, you know what? What is immediately around us?
There are a couple of people sort of milling about on the road. For Laura, the upper level to Elturel does have buildings that look like they were once noble people's manors. However, being in Avernus for a time, a lot of them have seen better days, either with significant damage or the corruption of that realm has sort of caused the stone to take on this Nightmare Before Christmas-esque, deformity to it. There are some nobles kind of milling about.
Because I have the dumbest idea.
Oh.
I love the
Okay.
ideas.
Mostly just gonna kind of like, once Winnie realizes that there is no way in hell she's gonna stay on this cart, she's just gonna kind of tuck and keep rolling.
Somersaulting through the street.
Not even that, just kind of like barrel roll and let the momentum carry her until she, I don't know, is she gonna like stop next to a column or something?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah. So like there's this and like it's a tarp. So I don't know, maybe just a barrel got loose. No one could really tell. But there's just like a tumble of fabric and like very quiet swearing in Celestial.
Leopold is currently turned like facing Kellen and Mishka, but Winnie, you're gonna hear on your not physically, but like in your head, something's like trying to knock and get access.
What?
Did I do? I don't know if I have permission.
What do you want, Leo?
Oh, okay. One, is that you who just rode down like a wrecking ball? Two, if that is you, I apologize for ruining your. I thought another person was being stolen, kidnapped.
No, it's all right. We just needed to get up to the second floor. Ow!
Second floor. What?
The second level. We got up the elevator.
Oh, this floor. Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Are you hurt? Should I turn around and act like I know you? What?
Give me a moment. Just very slowly, just peek.
You see a high elf with dark hair and a beautiful braid kind of coming down one shoulder. She's like, no words.
Listen,
Just
I don't even want to talk about it. So yeah, listen, just gonna very casually like untangle, stand up, dust off.
you hear next to you. Couldn't even tell, darling.
Shut up.
I think. Meanwhile, Udazash has kind of watched this upside down, unsure of what to do. And so has just moved far enough out from under the cart so that she could poke her head up around to look at Marcus and Gable and give them all a
Probably. We should.
Let's go.
Yeah.
We should go
so I'll just drop and follow. Oh, hi!
Yeah.
I think Leo in group like does the still weird awkward thing, just kind of looking around and like, but like you look back and suddenly they're closer, and then you look back and suddenly they're closer again, like trying to be inconspicuous as they come over to not really be with the group but be with the group.
Mishka's like,
I feel
oh, you stick out like a sore thumb. God,
Shut up!
I'm more charismatic than you are.
You're literally not.
I think the plan then is to just converge and like we're walking. We're just walking. I don't don't make it weird. We're just walking.
All the
Don't be
charisma, it's
suspicious.
still
Don't
weird.
be
Don't
suspicious.
be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Vinny, I'm
Mishka's
glad
like,
you-
be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Vinny, I'm glad you
Suspicious.
found them. This is so lucky that you found them. Hi.
Hmm.
Hello. What do you all? I thought. Sorry, we didn't see each other after the rooftop chat.
No, we went off to go see Halson, and then Halson told us all about the place that we need to go and we need to go look at, because that's the place that probably has all of the people we're trying to rescue.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
And they got these. Oh no, I was gonna tell you, they got these three anti-magic towers guarding the location where they're holding all the people. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna reconnaissance, figure out range of the anti-magic, what their security look like, how we can best get in, break stuff, save people, get out. So it's recon. And then once we get that, we'll make another plan. We'll go from there.
that was a lot you just said. Okay. We are looking for my friend Serenity, or accomplice, her, Silver Dragonborn. Most it was taken by Brightshields. And I was going to go to her house, but if you all say that people are being rounded up here, that is there a connection, Brightshields, with you two?
Well, I don't know nothing about the Brightshields, but we do know that it's other powers at play trying to take Dragon Kin and Dragon
No,
Blood.
I know. Yeah,
Oh.
I remember that when Udazash put an arrow through the person's head.
Yeah.
Halson believes that some of the folk who are part of this cult are also part of the Brightshields. So the Brightshields have been infiltrated, basically.
Then this makes sense. Oh, that's probably why they were more active today. Okay. Well, maybe we will go with you all, or I will look at Mishka and Kellen. Do you two want to check out her house just in case, and I'll go with them, or?
Mishka's. The moment everybody else kind of walks up, Mishka kind of gets a little prickly. It's like,
Ooh.
yeah, sure. Whatever.
What is that? Mentally, that is what is that?
Surface thoughts.
No,
Oh.
that's no, not detecting thoughts.
Oh,
still have
you're
the telepathic
communicating.
bond up. Yeah.
You get back. No, it's cool. Go hang out with your friends. It's cool. Whatever.
That's
It's fine. It's cool.
You
It's
can come
totally
with.
fine.
Oh my god.
You're making me feel bad.
Kellen's voice chimes in. Hey, Mishka, calm down. Maybe, like, it's fine. We're all here doing the same thing. It's okay. We can do different things at the same time. Mishka just. I don't mean to make you feel bad. Sorry.
They
don't like me,
can't replace you. We've been through a lot together.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that. So. Anyway, we'll go check out the house. We'll check in with you later.
I will fight you.
I would win.
I know.
Then what would be the point?
I don't know if it was to make you happy or something.
I mean, it kind of always does, if I'm being honest.
I
Okay,
will see
listen.
you two later.
Yes. We'll reconvene. It's cool. We'll
Don't
just go.
get caught.
You know, that was going to be my plan and everything.
Well, you know, you're so good, but you let a bright shield see you earlier, so.
Oh. And even Kellen's like,
Prove me wrong.
for everybody not in the telepathic bond.
I was about to say, if this whole thing is in the telepathic bond, about 10 seconds in, Udazesh just leans over to everybody and goes, why are they all staring at each other like that? That's a lot.
Literally just.
Yeah, I imagine it's nonverbal.
Yeah.
So Mishka's like,
Oh, I imagine, you know that woman on TikTok who does like Emma Frost is like reading your mind and judging you?
Oh,
She's all
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I'm imagining like that. Just intense.
It's my favorite.
I am messaging LB that I need a gif of PJ doing that for
No,
reasons.
don't.
Okay. Passive insight of 20.
You are picking up easily on the like new friends encroaching on my bestie situation. Like it doesn't. It really didn't take too much.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna wait for that to reach its natural conclusion.
It does, as he like, go. But shit, don't get caught. Okay.
Mishka, was it?
Yeah, you're you.
You can call me Winnie.
All right, maybe I will.
Trying so hard to be
Kellen
nice.
just unsubtly goes, "Ooh, got her."
I hope your friend's all right.
Thank you.
Be careful.
You too.
And like Winnie smiles at them, like legitimately, like smiles a little.
Whatever. She's like, and as she turns, there's this very small hint of a smirk on her face as they start heading towards Serenity's house. Kellen says, I'm Kellen. We've met already, but just take care of him. Okay? Cool.
Of course. Just both of you, be safe, please.
Yeah. We got it.
Let me actually, before I say this out loud, just make sure. Blah blah. I am going to go ahead and cause we've probably been standing for a little bit, and you know what is timey-wimey stuff.
Mhm.
I am going to re-up the telepathic bond
Cool.
with everyone.
Okay, cool.
Actually, 8 willing, up to 8 willing creatures, including me. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gable. That'll be 8. Oh no, Shale. Is Shale with us?
Jill is not.
Shale stayed behind with Halson.
Gotcha. Does Leo like Gable? Yes. Okay.
What's not to like, darling?
I mean, the two of you did get into some very intense staring at the bar the other night, so.
We did.
So good.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think he'll be the 8th because I can technically do one more if I really wanted to. So yeah, for last an hour and just in the bond, we'll say out loud to everyone, but it's to Kellen and Miska. Please say something if things go wrong.
Mishka says, all right.
Let's back to this group. So it's hope you haven't been too busy. And so just anti-magic towers. That's a problem for just me.
Was, I think, a problem for bunches of people, but yes.
Oh well. Sorry, not selfish, but yeah. I don't like hit people with anything other than
Words.
We are in the same boat.
Nope, that's fair.
Okay.
I mean, unless when he wants to beat them with a broom, I think she's in the same position you as.
That is why we are doing reconnaissance. I will go first because I really don't have much magic. And then
I'll
I'm
go.
going to find out what I still have and don't have because, and she'll pull out her bow because I don't think she's really realized like where they are and that she probably shouldn't do this. She's like, and I'll figure out whether stuff like this is affected and we'll go nice and slow and kind of like feel it out.
Okay. Do we know where it's at? Because I can also just prepare as we're walking.
I believe it's going to be in that direction. And Gable points to the very far edge of where this upper level ends. You can see some of the buildings look a little bit nicer in that direction. And for those who visited Elturel before it fell, would be able to identify in the distance is Elturel's equivalent of the High Hall. With some modifications, mainly being some holes in the stone and Brightshield insignias on coat of arms, on flags and whatnot. So yeah, from this distance, it would, I mean, it'd still take a little bit to get there, but you can see what looks to be their enclave of some kind on the far end of this upper level.
When we were talking with Halson, he did the little 3D model, and he was like, tower, tower, tower. Did he give us kind of a rough estimate of, I would get to here, and this is where all of a sudden I would not be a bear anymore? So we had like a rough estimate. I know, my Halson is amazing, isn't it?
Lauren Urban for Baldur's Gate 4 confirmed. I think we need to get that job. I think we need to get that.
Absolutely, me as
Fan
Halson.
casting? Yes.
Yeah.
Halson said that he tried two approaches, one from the sky and one from land. Sky was a couple 100 feet in the air above the High Hall. So that was a bit of a rough landing when he was forced out of his wild shape and then landed smack dab on the roof. He managed to get away. The second approach was as a dog coming from just the ground. And he had stated that it was a couple 100 feet away from the main entrance of the High Hall when his wild shape had dropped.
Couple hundred. Okay.
So we're looking at a 100 by 100 dome, effectively. If it's 100 feet out and 100 feet up, and I'm assuming it's circular or even a cube, we're still looking at a 100 by 100
At least
radius. So this is about a 200-foot dome, at least, like externally, and about 100 feet high.
Well, and if it's three different towers, they might be overlapping. We might
be a triangulation thing too.
Yeah.
It could just be a within that tower's area, and then some. Well, that's a question. Was when he fell, was he within like the point of the three towers, or was he outside of that?
He was within the shape of the three towers. If you drew a triangle, he was within that triangle.
Within the triangle is the anti-magic.
Yeah. And a little bit outside of it.
Yeah.
If by approaching. So what we need to figure out is where's that 100-foot, 100-ish foot approach. Yeah.
Yeah, because it sounds like Halson on the outside, exterior, so not even inside the building, 100 feet away from the building is when it activated.
Yeah.
So there is effectively a 100-foot perimeter externally.
Yeah.
We can argue if it's a delta formation, it's going to be 100 feet here, 100 feet here, 100 feet here.
The math.
Did you just use delta formation? Serious?
Yeah.
PJ, I want to hug you.
Anyway, sorry, I got excited. So three circles equaling in total at least 100 feet radius, possibly diameter if they overlap.
Yeah.
But it also sounds like we don't know if the towers themselves are making fields or if the connection of the three is causing just in the space to be the field.
100%,
And the 100%, the 100 feet could have still. I'm assuming the towers surround the high hall, the high hall equivalent.
Yes.
So it sounds like it's not. It's big, but it's still confined to this.
Well, you know what?
And he was within that.
But the best part about that is that it kind of reinforces our idea that so long as we take down one tower, we have a strong position. Because if there are 3 generators activating one spell, one generator down, either the whole spell goes shit out, or our side is safe regardless. So no matter what we do, we hit one, we hit it hard, we're safe.
Ish.
I mean, as safe as you can be, but we're doing better.
Yeah.
And I assume we say all that mentally.
Yeah.
That's why none of it was in Cajun, because DeMarcus, he just sounds like this all the time.
There are a couple of people walking along the streets. They're like, they're just standing there staring.
We're walking and talking. We're walking and mentally talking.
We're walking and staring.
I just like the idea that you guys are like.
I am also, as we're talking, you see like every now and then I like draw a shape in the air and then continue and then just draw another shape. And as I draw it, you see like where my finger goes, it glows that purple grayish color as I'm ritual casting detect magic. So
Nice.
more importantly, when we get close, what he is going to assume is that where the anti-magic field is essentially going to be a negative space where the detect magic doesn't, so he can get an accurate view of what actually where the cutoff might be.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That is genius.
Yeah. One other question. I'm assuming this building there's other buildings around it. It's not just like by itself.
Yes. But the buildings around it look like they have been like reduced to rubble.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just Udazash would be looking for approaches to the wall, essentially, not to, and she'll say this in the telepathic bond, we should probably not approach like front door. Like come around side by the wall, like sneak in and just, poke at perimeter to try to find where this line is, and test out things. So, inside, in the side side.
Right.
Okay. Yes, I agree. He does not do. He's not like he's like sure. I'm here.
I have a question, Dungeon Master. So, to Udazash's point, when it hit the sides, what does the geography look like? Like, how much of this high hall is exposed? Is there any like natural stone or landmark that might be cutting off one end of it? Like, I'm trying to figure out mentally what this could look like.
It is positioned. It looks like before this city fell, the High Hall was amongst the noble community, right? It looked like it was designed and placed in a way where it felt like it was a part of society. Now that the buildings around it have what look to be intentionally reduced to rubble, it almost looks like a warning. It stands as a ill omen to those who look upon it now. And other than the small bits of stonework or ruins that are sort of surrounding it where these other buildings would have been, there's really no other natural formation. It is this top level is really just like a flat level. It's almost like a plane. Like this mountain was like cleaved in two in some way, and so this level that you're on is just a flat surface. You're passing by other places where you could see somebody had like a fountain or some sort of decoration at some point, but when you look in that direction at that building, it is almost intentionally like when you approach that empty zone around it,
you almost really feel out of place.
And they're gonna see you coming no matter what.
Yeah, and if we're lucky, we can hide.
Motherfuckers.
And if we're lucky, we might be able to hide in the detritus, but that would also slow us down. But it does sound like there is no limitation to a point of ingress for us. It's not like there's anything barring the eastern side of the building.
Make a perception check for me.
Ooh, okay. Hold on. That's a good number. Plus a good number. That's gonna be 23.
23. As you're all sort of approaching, Marcus, you clock a couple things. First off, the closer you get to this building, you're seeing more and more Brightshield, either on patrol or standing guard. They are pretty obviously placed. And as you get closer, you can see that in this that like empty space separating this building out from everything else, the amount of bright shield has only multiplied, as there are constant patrols throughout and around this former high hall.
Mm-hmm.
You can see there are the two main doors, two double doors at the entrance, the main entrance. You see the stone columns and the stairs that lead up to them. You can spot from your angle that there does appear to be a side entrance that isn't as grand or, flourished, that there are some stone elements from those buildings that have been pushed and positioned to block, almost intentionally, once again, as a warning. The only way you're coming in is through these doors. Now, you can see some windows. There are some that have broken panes of glass. There are still elements of, like one who is particularly good at climbing might be able to find an entrance either on top of the building or in one of these windows. But at least in terms of intentional entrances, those two doors at the front of the building are the main method of entrance and exit.
Okay.
But it's all still surrounded by the anti-magic space.
Yes.
Yes.
You can almost see, well, not almost, you can see the very fine, almost divide between the streets of this noble quarter, if you want to call it that, which are well trodden. There are people milling about, and this negative space. You can see one tower, like just sort of poking up over the roof, like in the distance behind it. And as you kind of take a glance, you can see two others that have similarly secured patrols on ground level, as well as you said you got a 23.
Yes, sir.
You can also spot that there are some on the different levels of the tower, and you spot two ballista at the top of the tower as well.
Great. Okay. So, out of character,
Yes.
they are bunkering down for effectively anti-siege. They're on full alert. In character, Marcus is going to say, "Yeah, this is what I was worried about. They are all hands on deck. They are locking down tight. And they have, from what I can tell, a very strong patrol. If we do anything and they get one whiff of us, it is now or never. Because if we leave and come back, it will only be worse."
Winnie.
Yeah.
You have this wonderful connection to spirits. As you all are talking game plans and you're sort of out of sight and sort of taking in the scene, you hear and feel a chill run up your spine as you can hear several voices and spirits. I need you to make a perception check.
Dirty 20.
As you guys are sort of positioned off of the main road, I imagine, sort of keeping out of the way of the patrols, you see that there is one patrol that is making its way up the main road towards that entrance. You see 2 Brightshield with much heavier armor than the ones you've seen just sort of patrolling on the lower level, flanking one individual who has a dark cloak wrapped around them with a hood pulled up. There is the breeze of this upper level batters against it, and the cloak opens a little to see dark, almost black iron armor. This individual approaches where the border of that anti-magic field is set, and you see several Brightshield approach. They nod and they present what looks like a bracelet of some kind. This individual nods and holds their hand out, and you can see red scales. The Brightshield attaches. There's a moment where another Brightshield Order member, this one not wearing so much armor as they are hooded, and they seem to be a caster of some kind. They step just outside of the border, hold their hand over this bracelet, mutter an incantation, and it glows. They all then step past that barrier as that bracelet continues to glow. And that individual makes their way inside the conclave. I now need you to make an insight check.
Okay. Sorry. Also taking notes.
Yeah, you're good.
22.
You feel something familiar about the communication, the whispers that came through when you were looking at this individual. Like you've encountered something about this individual before. But the patrols resume. The guards return to their posts. Everything continues as normal.
First and foremost, through the telepathic bond, Winnie will describe exactly what she just witnessed.
Okay.
Red scales.
Wait, if that, were they dragon scales? It could be fish scales, technically.
Dungeon Master, was it in a pattern of dragon scales?
Yes.
Aye. Dragon scales.
And wait, that goes against the entire MO of what's happening. Dragon scaled people are being abducted, not being let through and given what I assume to be an anti-magic repellent.
I mean, history showed that some people ain't kind to others. I'm sure there's a dragonborn working for Tiamat. They don't care that they take other dragons. Not uncommon, that.
Did it, was it okay? Then next question: do we try to get one of those, or two of those, or four of those bracelet thingies?
I would like that myself, and I think it'd be better for everybody. If those bracelets protect us from the anti-magic zone, I think that's a great call if we can get it.
Agreed. But it won't be any small feat to pilfer some of those. They seem to be a rather rare, I shouldn't say rare, a prized commodity among their number.
Then it sounds like either we go to one of these towers to try to dismantle it, and or if we see some of the ones who can get inside, we can, I don't know, or
I like that idea. Ambush. I like that.
well, I guess not really all that. I just, I don't know how to sign language for incapacitate.
Oh, that's simple. That it's bang and then like sleep.
That's
I mean, or you could just say kill. I'm probably going to want to kill these people. They're doing really bad things.
yeah, yes. I believe in justice. I think. Yeah.
The confidence in your tone is just...
Well, I don't want to just talk about just killing people. That's a little bit of a moral quandary.
Zash,
Something.
if we leave a trail of bodies behind us, it's going to be very hard to get out of the city.
Well, first we need to get to a place in where we can leave a trail of bodies, and that is going to be hard. So, one thing at a time. I don't know how we're going to get those bracelets for you, because we'd have to get in there to get those bracelets, but getting in there means we need to get in there, which means you need the bracelets. Now, I can try to sneak in and get those, but there's a lot of bright shields in there.
We can draw them out.
Yeah. Or we can just do a sting operation. We wait till they leave. We take it off them when they walk out of there.
It's not a terrible idea. Or you just see if you can find somebody with some sort of connection. See if you can exploit it.
Have you got...
With love, I mean. That sounded really cold. You know what I mean. And yes, I do. But I know you're not going to like what I'm about to say. So I'm afraid to say it.
Just say it.
Shale.
Does she know the bright people?
She has had a connection to them for some time. Although not one of their number by any means. It's more something that went bad.
I see.
They tried to kidnap her and she left?
No, unfortunately, if only it were so simple. I feel this is not my story to tell, but I will just say that there are some in the Brightshield Order that would be quite intrigued to know that she's in the city.
And how does that get us bracelets?
Well, wait for them to seek her out. If they're high enough rank, which I believe they are, they could have them on their person.
Oh,
So
yes,
you'd be
okay.
using shell as bait, is what you're saying.
I am not saying anything. Like I said, that is an option.
It's a last option, I'll say that. I know she ain't here, and I'm not going to speak for her, but I don't feel right using someone like that.
Like I said, I didn't think you would like what I had to say.
There's still an idea on the table, Dad. All right, gang, we got some reconnaissance on our belt. We have looked at this building. We have seen its operations. We have many options. So, what's the plan? What will we do?
Do
Who's
we
got?
Go ahead.
I think those bracelets are going to be the easiest option. Unless any of you feel like trying to scale a building and take on, and Winnie kind of like points subtly to the fucking ballista on the top of the goddamn tower.
You watch as Udazash looks at it, and there's a moment where, like, there's a sparkle in her eye, where she's like, "That's a really, really big bow and arrow."
I'm gonna clock that, and I'm gonna lean over to Udi, and I'm gonna say, "When the time is right, Cher, I want you to grab that thing, and when they start coming inside, just let them have it. But that's when that time comes."
Sounds will be a glorious moment, but even the problem is if I go by myself, then I will get like one shot off, and then I will be dead. Even I know that. So as much as I could climb that wall and get one shot off, and it would be glorious, and then I would be dead, and that will not get you bracelets.
So, yeah, but Winnie makes a good point. If you and I break into, we are gonna be one hell of an uphill battle alone. But if we are willing to bend the morality just a little bit to get the job done, no half measures, you can find these people with the bracelets, acquiesce or obtain them, and then go in on our own accord and do as necessary. I don't like the idea of using Shale for bait. I'm sure she has her own opinion on that. I'm a big fan of wait and ambush, but I know we ain't a fan of that. We don't got time. So, what are we going to do? Plan is get these bracelets, yeah? So how we do that, us?
Winnie, I'm assuming you described the bracelet that you saw?
Mm-hmm.
Can I take a real quick look around? Does it look like any of the other bright shields? You said there's tons of them all over the place. Do any of these have them on? Are they ubiquitous? Are they rare? Are they
used for like higher ranks? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Make me a perception check.
Sure.
Like, this doesn't feel
I-
rank and file, but you
Can I
never
be
know.
a second set of eyes to offer the help action?
Please.
Sure.
Thank you.
Oh,
Much better. 22.
Okay.
With a 22 out on the street, you don't see them. You do spot 2 to a patrol while in that barrier that do have them on, and they are active.
Okay.
So those are patrol leaders, it seems, are equipped with these so that they can effectively lead with the full extent of their abilities.
While they're inside the barrier specifically. Udazash will say that she'll point that out, and then yes, Winnie?
I know we don't much like the idea of pulling Shale into this directly, but it is rather easy for me to change my appearance.
Oh. Okay.
If they see her face and come running,
You know, we used to have this one guy, Bugs we used to call him. He had this great plan. We used to call it the Bugs Bunny plan. What we do, he'd turn into something him, right? Get their attention, distract them, and while they were distracted, do what we got to do. If you can turn to Shale,
I know
convince them, isolate them, we can get this done really quick, y'all.
I know this one. They're a heron gun. I think I saw them when the Feywild.
Oh no, this was a demon. But you know, it might be a Heron-Gone demon. I would not be surprised, honestly. They're all manner of people down to hell. Let me tell you.
Winnie, this might be a really good plan. Just to double check. Is it specifically Shale, or are we thinking we use Shale as bait just because she's got the dragon blood? Because if it's just that,
Sounds like
I'll
a
be
no
bait.
go.
Or is it her specifically?
I'll look at Gable. It's her specifically, isn't it? Gable.
Yes, it's her specifically.
Okay.
Do you I don't again I haven't really traveled with you much. I don't know your capabilities. Is it something you can do at the drop of a hat at any time, or is it a resource? Because, and I will snap my fingers, and the beard that I totally had on just like disappears, as I have disguised self at will.
I'm double checking. Hold on, because I think it might be at will.
Yeah, I knew you had. I knew you had Mage Armor at will. I didn't know if you had that one at will too. It is an Eldritch thing, but I didn't know if you picked it.
I'm looking.
Why not?
I was
Oh my
wondering
God.
how you had grown that beard so fast.
Oh, it's because there's probably a god looking for me because I charmed him a little bit.
Well, you are very charming.
I don't know if that's true.
You hear Mishka in your minds go, ha!
Door just slams. Get out of here.
I would not say it if it was not true. I don't lie to my friends.
Okay, no, it is. It looks like it would use one of the spell slots.
Got it.
You still
Mask of
can.
My
I-
Faces is one of the invocations.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Apo has.
Yeah.
But just I don't want to obviously if you know her much better, and with the whatever's happening here, it feels like protecting what you have and not having to waste is a bad word, but I'm willing to assist in that regard.
Are you
Right.
sure?
I am charming. No, I'm not. I can magically make myself charming. I will try as best as possible. And you see him like think real hard. He goes, I'm Shell, and I don't talk much, and yes.
Do the thing. Stare at Marcus and look really, really angry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will try my best.
Also, she stands. She typically does this like hand behind the back thing, and one hand up here to do something. I don't know, gesticulate, all nice and pretty, and yes,
Okay,
just like that.
It's pretty good.
Is that's good, Leo. That's good. Let me instead of like bringing it in, I want you to like bring it up, like as if to say, there it is. Yeah. That's it right there.
Yes,
Yeah,
you've got them. Use them. You know.
Yeah.
I don't have. Oh, yes, that makes sense. Oh, I understand why you say to have them referring to the chest area. I okay.
Here's the good news. We just need to let Brightshield know that Shale is here and where she will be, and then wait, right? In ambush? Like, you don't actually need to do anything except like show up as her somewhere, and then they come, right?
I mean, honestly, show her face. We find an out-of-the-way corner, and you make them come to us.
Okay. Looks around for a corner.
Well,
Yeah.
we should. Are we doing this here, or should we talk to Shale first? I feel like we should talk to her first before we steal her face.
Oh, that's a good point.
Especially since we're going to be telling people who want to hurt her that she is in town.
Also a good point.
That's a very good point.
Why didn't I take the message cantrip?
I can speak to her.
Hmm?
I can reach out to her.
Yeah, Zash is right. We need to let her know that this is going to be the quickest way to sort of, well, get anyone who's in there out.
Okay. Okay. I will. Yes. And he like puts a hand on Marcus's shoulder, and he goes, okay. Sorry if I get a little sticky. And I'm going to spend some more sorcery points. Blah blah blah.
Yay.
Also did a bonus action while we were doing it to like convert. So I
Sure.
have 5 right now. To cast Cindy.
All right.
And I will say, Winifred, or Udrazash, either of you, would you mind counting for me? Sometimes I ramble. I've learned that after a 25 words or so, the message gets cut off. I can't extend that yet. Okay. Shale. It's Leo. Can we have permission to steal your face? Wait, no. Can we disregard? I am gonna be you for God to see. Is okay? Question mark? Does question mark count? Shit. Fuck. Shit.
No, it doesn't, because that's not a word. It's grammar structure. You're fine. You can comma all over that bitch. Spell still good.
I love this spell so much.
I've never heard it gone right ever.
I was watching Laura at the moment that Omega was like, wait, no, fuck. I saw the count go.
Oh, I was still counting, and I'm like, no.
The funniest thing, the best thing was that Leo was just like, Udazash or Winnie, go ahead and count. And in the back of my head, Lauren is like, Udazash should not be counting. And so I saw Winifred going to count. I'm like, oh, thank, good. And I was going to joke about how Udazash was going to start counting. And of course, she counts horribly. So it was going to be one of those. And then steal your face. And I was gone.
Yep. And the best part is that my Bluetooth headphones like died mid-message.
Oh no.
So
The timing.
Just every aspect of nature had your back on.
Yep, this windstorm is doing great for me right now. So yeah.
Shit. A moment goes by and you hear, what? Hold on. You want to use my face for what exactly? I'm confused. Is this related to getting in the Enclave?
I'm going to use 3 more sorcery points. 1, 2, 3. And I think for because of the telepathic bond and how much he is a mental caster with the psionics, I think probably the message is being heard through the bond as well.
Yeah, that works.
And he goes, okay, one moment. Okay. Yes. Enclave has anti-magic. bright shields have bracelets for anti-magic. Your face might bring them out. We kill. No, not kill. We incapacitate. But wanted permission to use face. Anti-magic is one word.
It's hyphenated.
Yeah, I had your back. I was like, hyphenated, one word, we're good.
I want to isolate anti-magic is one word and have that be my text message sound. You get back. I don't know how you know that they would know me.
Oop.
It's fine. I'll just use a disguise while in the city. But she definitely was like, her tone was very perturbed and a little put off that somehow her likeness being known as to have an impact on the Brightshield is a thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh.
Probably a good thing we asked permission then.
I'm going to intentionally use a spell slot.
Okay.
And you all see Leo's face also like shift, and he realizes what he's asking, and he realizes it too late. He's insightful, but he's also just young. And I think the noble side of him came out with that, almost like using someone else without thinking about how it's going to affect them. And he doesn't like that. So I think you all like see his demeanor shift and sending back. Never mind. That was disrespectful. We apologize. Nope, I apologize. We will find a different way. Won't let you lose yourself for our gain, period.
There's a long pause.
Before she answers, real quick,
Mm-hmm.
are we all hearing all of this because of the telepathic bond?
Mm-hmm.
And also his sending is out loud regardless. I'm
Okay.
just thinking because the bond probably can hear the answer back.
Yeah. Okay.
It's fine. It's a story I probably owe you all anyway. Do what you have to do if it means getting them all out alive.
Hand is off of Marcus as he no longer has. I think he like needs to steady himself for some reason, and I think he unsteadies himself to get out of that communicative state. Realizing now that everybody probably heard that, we should be careful with her face.
That was always the intention.
Which then he turns to Winnie and says, I know I can do it at will, but if we are more comfortable since you know her better, I will understand. But I can still try if it means saving resources.
Even if I don't have my stronger spells available to me, I hit pretty damn hard. But thank you. given the sensitive nature, I think I would prefer to go for it.
If it helps, the reason we are doing this way is literally to save her. Now, before we do this, we should figure out where we're going to do this, because we shouldn't do it just right here. Where can we set up an ambush? And Udazash is going to look for a good spot for an ambush, because she can't help with any of that feely stuff, but she can set up an ambush.
Make me a perception check.
Fourth level. What's a third level spell? What am I thinking?
I will help action again.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just both hands on side of Udazash's head, like turning. I'm helping.
I feel like because you've got the broom, even though we're trying to be stealthy, it's one of those where like you go a little bit further up.
Sure.
27.
27.
I rolled well.
There is I'll say for this next part, you kind of have an idea of the layout, right? So you venture away a little bit and you can see that there is a winery called the Wild Rose Winery that looks like it's nestled kind of in front of a bunch of buildings that were once noble manors, that unlike the ones surrounding the enclave, some are still standing. They are just uninhabited. You find that if you were to set up an ambush in one of these spots where nobody really has any reasons to wander, that would probably be the best bet.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll point that out to everybody. And what time of day is it?
I'm gonna say it's approaching sundown.
Perfect. So I'm just going to say ambushes are always more epic at night. Also, they're just easier at night.
We also have to ask ourselves if we have the energy to do that, because that means once we ambush and we get the bracelets, it's probably best if we move immediately. Now, nighttime, I don't know what their security are like us, but like, if we wait, that will get back to them, and we'll be in a mess of trouble, us. So if we get this bracelet at night, we move at night. We have to ask ourselves if we have the energy to do that commitment. I don't know how y'all spells work, but do you feel like you can do that?
Sorry, he was out of it. Say that one more time.
Oh, no worries. We ambush them at night, we get the bracelets, because they could report back that their superior officers have been ambushed and compromised. It could be a problem if we wait. So if we ambush, get these bracelets us, we need to move immediately. And I need to know, do you think you got the energy to do that late into the night? Like, do your spells and everything, like you got that?
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay.
Time of day doesn't really dictate, as long as I can rest for a moment. Like, at some point, I'm fine right now, but...
Oh, good. All right. So, yeah, if that's the case, then if our spells are good, we're good. Woody, you got the place? Let's wait it out. We'll go from there.
One more thing, Marcus, tell your flower to tell the flower that Halson has what we're doing, because doesn't the flower die at sundown or something?
Oh, yes, my dad. Hold on. I get the flower and I go,
Hey, I don't know how this works. Can you too close? Too sorry.
start pulling away from the flower.
The ASMR of that was...
You don't have to eat the flower. I can hear you perfectly fine.
All right, so new plan. We found they have these bracelets that can basically get around the whole anti-magic tower thing. So we're gonna set up a honeypot ambush to get some of these bracelets so we can go in without problem. However, this means we're going in late at night, us. So we're gonna be doing this, but I think you said the flowers die around now, so we're gonna be out of communications. But if you can come with us right now, when we get these bracelets, us, we can all go inside together, or most of us anyway.
You hear there's a pause. before you eventually hear, "All right, we'll be on our way."
All right, good. We're gonna be at the Wild Rose Winery Tavern. Did I get that right? Wild Rose.
Wild Rose. Yes,
That's
I am familiar with this winery. Its grapes are quite delicious. My Halson is fucking terrible tonight. I'm trying real hard.
Listen, it's better than my Halson. You're,
Look,
you're doing
Wait,
great.
no, I had it. Where did it go?
Sorry, you'll get it. Hey, look, my Marcus accent goes in and out. I swear, I'm four different characters with this. But that being said, yeah.
Also, do we hear what's coming from the flower as well, or only Marcus?
Telepathic bond, sure.
Hey, Marcus, we?
We? What do you mean we?
He said we are coming. Is it just Halson, or is like Lazuli coming too? I don't know if there's a bracelet small enough for a Lazuli.
I just assume he's all, fancy house and like saying royal we's and shit. Him. Hold on. Hey, Halson, when you say we, the fuck, man? What are you talking about?
Lady Shale has stated that she would be joining as well.
I look immediately over to Leo and Winifred. Okay, that is not entirely necessary. You don't have to do that. We got this covered. I mean, unless you want to, I'm not gonna. Hold on. I put the flower on my chest like I'm stopping like a phone call. Even though I'm pretty sure that's not how this works at all. It's like, God damn that drag woman. All right.
Hey.
So, Shea wants other one, not you. You good, Udi. So Shea wants to come on over to join us for this operation. How do we feel about that?
She seemed, she mentioning some things about herself as far as the price shields go. And to be fair, if someone was going to attempt to use my face, I would want to know how it's happening and or just use my own face.
All right.
So, but you all know her more than I do.
She deserves at least to have the option. Also, Winifred, you are very, very quiet.
And very zoomed?
No, she's leading.
Oh.
No, my beloved Laura.
No. Laura, come back.
Try it again.
Huh?
There.
All right. Okay. I don't know what
There we
happened. One. Leo's right. We are essentially using her face to get this done, so I think she has a right to be here. 2. Whatever business she has with the Brightshield or had with the Brightshield, if she's trying to get it done or trying to put a bow on it, she deserves to be here. And when have we ever known her to back down?
She is pretty awesome that way.
Yeah. She's stubborn, but stubborn's good. I like stubborn. All right. Yeah, hey, no problem. Bring her over here. We're going to need to see her anyway. Have a nice chat. Looking forward to seeing your boat.
All right, we'll see you soon. I found it.
All right.
Okay.
And then I'm like, how do I turn this damn thing off?
You don't. It's always active.
Just, Marcus.
Sorry. But you're the face of the party. You should have that.
Well, as you all plan your ambush in hopes of attaining these bracelets that will allow you to enter the Enclave with your magic intact, this is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh boy.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be so much fun. No problems at all. It's going to be great.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fine.
So, thank you all for tuning in for tonight's episode. We love you. We appreciate you. While I scout out for a potential raid, I want to throw it back to our wonderful party. please let them know where we can find you, what you got working on, blah, 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 blah.
I'm Lauren Urban, she, her. You can find all the stuff I'm doing at lauren-urban.com. And what I got working on is Udazash has a new life goal, which is to fire one of those ballista. Laura, that's you.
Oh.
No, it's not. But it can be. Switch it up. Switch it up.
Wait, hold on.
It's usually you, and then CB, and then.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I lost it. I'm
No,
sorry.
Laura's going now.
You know what? Hi, hello, good evening, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. You can find me all over the social medias, or at least the ones that still kind of fucking matter, at _ Laura Tutu. Or if you want an easier way to see what the fuck I'm up to, you can go to my website, lauratutu.com. I have been your celestial warlock, Hexblood, Winifred. And obviously, Fridays, I'm here for Shadows Over Baldur's Gate. Wednesdays, you can find me playing more D&D with Rebels Without a Castle for Stone Lord's Folly with my buddy Zach Savage Lore. And if you want to see some more World of Darkness nonsense from me, check out Folk and Myth April 1st and April 8th for something super creepy and weird called The Pyramid. I don't know, but it's definitely tying into Bleak's whole multi-century vampire chronicle. I'm sure it's going to be fine. It's not going to be crazy or creepy or weird at all. See me.
Marcus.
Okay.
We're going around this time.
Volleyball spike over.
Oh my gosh. Hi everybody. Omega here, also known as Cryptbot. I have a lot that I'm doing next week, so buckle up. I typically don't do it, so I'm gonna do it now. Monday, you can catch me over on Stella Luna's Twitch channel for a 2-part sponsored Urban Shadows AP. It's gonna be a lot of fun over there. First time ever playing that, so I'm excited. Check it out. Check out that really cool thing. On Tuesday, the Fourth Age is officially back for the second half of part 2, which is a Lord of the Rings AP, where I play Iaren, who is a child of one of the 2 blue wizards. Yes, I said those words. Fun times. And then after that, you can catch me on Terraform over on twitch.tv/surfeffers_. On Wednesday, is something happening Wednesday? No. On Thursday, you can find me doing It's Dangerous to Go Alone. Take This, which is a Zelda miniseries. Which is a lot of fun over on twitch.tv/help@you-need-it. After that, I'm on Vecna, Eve of Ruin over on twitch.tv/Captain Robert. And then Fridays, obviously here. Outside of that, you'll find me at MagicCon, but that's some time away. Probably will be at PAX East, maybe. I don't know. And yeah, everywhere at Critbard is where I am. Unless I'm not there, then I'm not fucking there. Go, PJ.
Hello, everyone. My name is PJ McGaw, and you can find me all over the internet at PJ McGaw. Doesn't matter where. I'm there. If you see this beardy face, boom, we're cool. Tomorrow, I will be at WonderCon, so if you are going to be there as well, I'd love to say hi and catch up with you. So look forward to seeing you there. If you're not, whatever. Let's see. I am going to be busy as hell. Fridays, you can catch me here every week doing Shadows Over Baldur's Gate. I am doing pre-recorded for a great show called Inevitable. It's Yeehaws. It's King Arthur's Flaws. It's all together, and it's a lot of fun. The Noirville universe is going to be dropping soon. Look out for that. And also, if you are a TTRPG performer, editor, a streamer of any kind, I am going to be producing like wild. So I'm going to need you to help make something happen. Please stay tuned to my social medias as well as Dungeons Divided social media for more details on that. But I got a lot of really sick, nasty, cool projects happening on a lot of channels, and I'll tell you more as I can. So I look forward to sharing those great stories with you, as well as some other stories, maybe here. And I'll talk to you then. Bye.
Sick, nasty, cool were words that you just said. I love you. Hi, everybody. I am Cujo. I have been your chronicler for this evening. You can catch me all over places, either Cujo Plays Games or Crit Hit Chronicles, if you want official show announcements, highlights, that sort of thing. Right now, you can catch me on Wednesdays over at Nerd Immersion playing Phandelver and Below. It is not terrifying or anything. We're not approaching the finale of that. We're probably going to have to fight a godling. It'll be fine.
Thursdays, you can catch us for the Tales of the Valiant, sponsored by Kobold Press. Thank you, Kobold Press. And speaking of Kobold Press, tomorrow night there is this whole weekend is Kobold Con. So all things Tales of the Valiant, all things Kobold Press is being broadcast on their Twitch channel on Kobold Press. So go and check them out. And tomorrow you'll be able to catch a special Critic Chronicles one-shot featuring an all Kobold party, which was totally serious and everything was fine and nothing was shenanigans or chaotic. It was great. So go check that out. In terms of in-person stuff, my next thing is gonna be Gen Con, I believe. I don't know about C2E2 yet because I don't know money and time. So count on Gen Con for now, I think, kind of. Anyway, we are going to go ahead and get a raid set up for Smoking Glue Guns. But for those who tuned in and for those who are watching this on YouTube, or if you're checking out highlights or signal boosting, thank you. You are loved. You are appreciated. I love you all so dearly. And thank you for being a part of this wonderful, wonderful channel. So be nice to each other. Please be nice to each other. And we will see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.